The year is 2017, and Apple actually went ahead and released an iPhone, such as the iPhone 10, that honestly kind of became one of the best iPhones, I think, in general, that I still recommend buying as of this day and age. However, the iPhone 10 is in a very interesting spot. On one hand, the design of it really isn't that dated. The fluidity, the speed, the performance. I mean, this iPhone is still a very good iPhone in pretty much every single area. But it's in a very weird situation where Apple is almost strategically, and this they've done this before, they are strategically giving features to the next generation of iPhone, which was the iPhone XS, the 2018 iPhones. They're strategically giving those iPhones, features in general that the iPhone 10 can easily support, but they are almost purposely phasing out this specific iPhone. On one hand, this iPhone is a very premium iPhone still, one of the best value per dollars, 200 and something dollars for this type of iPhone with this type of capability, this type of display, this type of performance, this type of everything. I mean, this is a beautiful iPhone. However, when you consider some things that Apple has been doing, and I'll go them in and I'll get into in a little bit more detail in a second, I'm almost kind of saddened by the way Apple is approaching this type of device. Now, some of these features include, but they are not limited to, that live text feature that came within the iPhone XS, but was not supported with this specific iPhone. Now, there were a lot of rumors stating that, when iOS 15 first came out in a beta, some people were actually able to go ahead and live text and copy things from an iPhone 6s. So they were able to do it on those devices. So it's not necessarily just because of the chipset or whatever, it is these limitations that happen. There was also that Face ID repair program, if you all remember that. Essentially, I guess the developers found a way to repair Face ID without replacing the whole entire display. Well, for some reason, the iPhone XS and newer got those features, but the iPhone 10 did not get that feature either. That was another thing that really threw me off. Another thing on top of that was this tap to pay feature that Apple actually pushed out. Now, this was really cool and I thought this was really awesome, but again, for some reason, the iPhone XS was the cutoff. The iPhone 10 did not get this feature. Now, I think this is, one of those things where, there's always going to be excuses. There's always going to be things like, oh, it's because of this chipset or because it didn't have X amount of RAM or whatever the case is. But truly, when I think about it, I think this is probably one of the main ways Apple's going to go ahead and differentiate their older iPhones and their newer ones. As soon as they put a notch on their devices, it's really hard to go ahead and kind of figure out, which iPhone is which without, kind of looking through and all this other stuff. The next thing they can do is limit it via software. And by them going through and somehow limiting these, iPhones, specifically the iPhone 10 in terms of software, it really makes it a little bit of a bittersweet experience. Hardware-wise, this iPhone looks beautiful, feels great. There's not that much, to hate on it. I mean, it's a very, probably one of the best iPhones in terms of the price right now. But because Apple is artificially limiting it in the software, it puts it in a very weird situation. Do you purchase it because of the body? But in the future, you don't know but in the future, you're not too sure because maybe it'll be limited in terms of software compared to the next generation, which is the iPhone XS. So that's kind of my thoughts on this specific iPhone and why I'd consider it bittersweet for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that means so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.